Okay, cash flow problems and solutions. I'm going to give you a very brief rundown of what the problems are with cash flow and what some possible solutions are. You can use this in assignment 1 and assignment 2, and what I'm going to tell you now will help you and hopefully solve everything up. So basically, problems with negative cash flow. If a business makes more payments, i.e., outflows than inflows, it can cause serious problems. This can end up having a negative balance. This means it does not have enough cash to meet the payments which are due. It is essential to rectify this problem. So this goes on the basis that cash is king. Essentially, if you don't have cash, you cannot pay off your debts. That is the single biggest issue of having a negative cash flow. What I would strongly suggest you do is, if you read in the workbook, it has a section which is cash flow problems, costs and dangers. You'll need to use it for both assignment 1 and assignment 2, but I strongly recommend you look at what the general issues and problems are. You can then write about them. The important points. This is some general good stuff to talk about, that not all businesses will be in positive cash flow all year round. That's unreasonable. There's plenty of businesses models which are actually based on not making a profit. So for example, until certain times a year. So for example, a travel agent, or let's say a calendar company. All those different things are usually looking for seasonal demand, so they naturally don't have positive cash flow the whole year round. This means cash flow might be positive and sometimes it might be negative. But a bank, if the business is run well, will look to usually tide a company over. It's not usually in their interest to. It's not. It's not usually in their interest to do anything else. Basically, the causes of cash flow. These are 4 basic issues. You might want to have a look at your own cash flow problems and look at the cash flow problems which have been identified. So basically, bought items which are not needed. They spent too much on fixed assets like cars. So in terms of items not needed, it could be something that's outdated or not used. Payments aren't spread over a period of time. Also, if someone started up a business newly, that will cause issues as well. Other things that you could take into consideration are assets used properly, so i.e. are things like if they have a property, are they renting it out, or are they doing things with it, are they utilised? All those things can help, and that can help in both assignment 1 and assignment 2. The options you can have are basically you can obtain a source of finance, which we'll talk about in the next slide. Trying to spread your payments over the year, so trying to make them spread over 12 months rather than spending them in lump sums. This way, this means you can meet your debts at certain points in your timing of your debts. Also look for alternative items, so there might be something in a cash flow which you sit there going it might not be needed, suggest an alternative, and then look at actually what is needed for that business for it to operate successfully. Also, as well, maybe for an added point which isn't written on here, have all the assets that they've got been fully utilised, i.e. are they using what they already have? Are they gaining an income from bits that they have? So basically these are issues which Alex could use, and the first one which is internal, ownership capital and non-ownership capital. So internals inside the business, so things you can do to change things inside. Ownership capital is basically money you put in, and non-ownership capital is where someone buys in for you. You can examine all these sources of finance actually within your worksheet which has been provided, and it is actually in your workbook, so please use it. And again, please make sure you use the purposes, costs and dangers sheet which is in your workbook. If you do all those things, you'll find this assignment much easier.